I met with the godfather of the Scottish Mafia earlier. Made me an offer I couldn't understand. Well folks, turns out it takes as little as £10,000 to make a leading anti-vaxxer shut his mouth. But before that, it's Lefty Corner. Yes folks, another Lefty Corner for you to laugh at, because these people are complete and utter idiots and they come back for more. I now have regulars on here like Boys82. And Boys82 says, I pity you, did you vote for Brexit by any chance? Not as much as I pity you. You lost, didn't you? And the next silly sausage is Rod Nichols. Rod Nichols said, Lee Williams and you are great comedians. Keep up the great comedy. Oh, not as funny as your face, clearly. Or your sex life, or your employment status, I bet. Anyway, the next fruit is Marco Ramius. Marco Ramius says the paid cannon fodder. Now, don't diss the paid cannon fodder, Marco, because the paid cannon fodder always paid your mum generously. That's what I've heard anyway. And the next wet nappy is Daniel Brown. Daniel Brown says, not far right like Tommy the Racist Robinson. Fuck pig. No. Too far right maybe. If Tommy Robinson bothers you, then you're a fucking prick, aren't you, to be honest with you? And why do they always look like that? Look, lefties, they always look like this, don't they? And by the way, can I ask you, Daniel, do you like nature despite what it did to you? Right then, and the last but very least is Cormac Goggin. And Cormac Goggin says, you're just a fascist who wants to oppress people. What? Oh, dear me. You know, they say opposites attract, so I really hope you meet someone intelligent. You pansy-arsed fruit fuck. Anyway, that's it. That's this edition of Lefty Corner. Right then, Piers Corbyn. Piers Corbyn is the brother of failed Labour leader and all-round commie twat Jeremy Corbyn. And I know I'm probably going to get some flack for this, but I still think I made the right decision in voting in Boris Johnson 2-3 years ago now to be Prime Minister. Imagine, I know Boris Johnson's really done a rat's arse of everything and a hash brown of this COVID nonsense, and the whole immigration and everything else is completely fucked up and disappointed many of us, I know that. But had we voted in Jeremy Corbyn, imagine going through this COVID thing along with a socialist, destructive government. Britain would be a far worse place than it is now. Believe me, trust me, folks. So anyway, Piers Corbyn, I always think I'm going to say Piers Morgan. They're both twats. But Piers Corbyn has been caught with his hand in the till. The guy has, turns out to be no integrity, no principle whatsoever, and all it cost to get him to shut up about what he was banging about, the vaccine. I'm going to try and do this video by saying COVID and vaccine without getting kicked off. This isn't misinformation, by the way. I'm not going to talk about the vaccine and COVID-19. I'm just going to talk about Piers Corbyn. Again, not Piers Morgan, for heaven's sake. I mean, I made the same mistake with my last video. It isn't Amber Gill, it's Amber Rudd. So anyway, Piers Morgan, oh, I've done it already. Piers Corbyn, I knew I'd do it. It got set up by a couple of chancellors, a pair of chancellors called Josh Peters and Archie Manners. Now, I've never heard of them, but they've got millions of views and subs on their own YouTube channels. They do their own thing. They set people up, they do funny videos, whatever. Look into them, I can't be bloody bothered. But they set him up. For some reason, they targeted him. Of all the major anti-vaxxers out there, they targeted Piers Corbyn, which I find really odd. So there I was, trolling through Twitter, see who I could wind up and what I could find out to do in the videos, and I saw this. This was trending. Piers Corbyn was trending, and it was Josh Peters who tweeted, yesterday, Archie Manners and I convinced anti-vaxxer Piers Corbyn to take £10,000 he thought came from AstraZeneca to stop criticising their vaccine, except it was monopoly money, and we recorded the whole thing. Yes, it is as funny as it sounds. I looked at the video. I was going to post it on here. However, they own that, so I couldn't really show it to you, and my video would get struck and whatever. So, yeah, it is as funny as it sounds, and it's quite straightforward. Now, I can show you the video of Piers Corbyn's reaction where he says he was set up, and of course you're bound to say he was set up, aren't you? So he took it in good humour. He said he laughed about it. He got home and he found that the money in the bag was Monopoly money.
I'd been distracted with the woman taking the photo. They put the bag of money in the bag, my bag, and then I went home. I didn't look in it until later because obviously you don't want to open these things in public. And when I got home, here we have it. A pack of Monopoly money, which I have to say I burst out laughing because, you know, they'd done it so well. It was so skillful. You know, it was in a nice setting in Sloane Square where I've been before. You know, free pizza. They paid for a pizza. That's the only thing they gave me, actually, a pizza. I don't even know if they paid for that, thinking about it, but they probably did. And there it is. But of course, I would think it's some sort of attempt at a frame-up.
I would have thought so. Is it not a bit naive to take cash from people like that?
Yes, it is. It is. It is. I mean, well, in public, of course, people often give cash, but not large amounts into boxes and so on. This was, you know, a large amount, but they said they had lots of money and they wanted to help and wanted to be anonymous. So, what can you say? I mean, so I took it, perhaps naively, thinking it would all be safe. But maybe they got a video of this. They're going to take clips of conversation to make it look like something. I mean, it smells of the sort of thing certain newspapers would do. But we don't know. We don't know.
The video is online. It is on Twitter. It is actually as funny as you might think it would be. But there's a lot of questions raised here. First one, why would Josh Peters and Archie Manners target Piers Corbyn? There were plenty of anti-vaxxers at the Freedom demonstration in London. Why him? Why the brother of Jeremy Corbyn? Now, I thought Piers Corbyn had a bit more about him, had a bit more integrity and a bit more courage of his convictions, because he kept getting arrested for demonstrating, protesting about what he believed in. And I thought, oh, well, you know, Jeremy Corbyn has a far better sibling, or so I thought. You see, Piers Corbyn, I'm struggling not to say Piers Morgan here, God, is just as unprincipled and shyster-like as his brother Jeremy Corbyn. Of course, Jeremy Corbyn, the so-called principled Labour politician, of course, he was friends with terrorists. He was photographed at a Middle Eastern Islamic terrorist's funeral. Of course, he said he was there, but he wasn't involved, when you can see him holding the wreath for the dead fella. So that's as involved as you can get in paying tribute to a murdering terrorist scum. So they're both liars. They both got no principle, no integrity, and this is what has got him now. So the next time Piers Corbyn gets on stage, attends a freedom rally, and he says, oh my God, anti-vax stuff, are you going to believe him? Are you going to believe what he says? Are you going to believe that he believes what he says? Of course you won't. You'd be like me selling out to Meghan and Harry. Say Prince Harry, the Duke of Cox, the Duke and Duchess of Netflix, came to my door and said, listen, it's us, Harry and Meghan, hello. I'd be like, oh, hello. Can you take £10,000 from our hard-earned Netflix money and book deals to stop making videos about us, because we find your videos quite damaging. Just please take this money and promise not to say anything. I'd be like, fuck you, no, because I know it would be a sting, that's why. And I believe in what I'm doing. I've got the courage of my convictions, hence that's why you see my face. You know who I am and what I do and why I do it. So, you know, I've got nothing to lose, absolutely nothing. Except, what would your opinion be? My subs, my loyal subs, the people who view my channel, the people who've contributed generously to my cause, to support my channel. How could I face them? How could I do this again? What would you guys think if I took that money and never made a video about it and it was a sting and you saw it? You wouldn't like me ever again. You wouldn't sub to me, you'd unsub, You'd leave, you'd go someplace else. You wouldn't believe a word I say. Of course, in the upcoming clip, you will see Piers Corbyn say he was naive, and he was very naive, and he was very stupid. Absolutely stupid. I mean, you got people coming up to you saying they'll give you money to stop talking about us. You know, where's the courage of his convictions? You know, £10,000 is all it took for him to shut up about AstraZeneca. Does he really believe that all the stuff he's been spewing about AstraZeneca is true? Is it true or isn't it? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, you know, honour, integrity, everything else about the guy, gone. What's gone just for a couple of grand, and that's it. A great shame. You tell me, let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's my video. Please comment, share, subscribe. If you want to support my channel, you can buy me a beer. Links down below. Thank you to everyone who bought me a beer so far. And this week I'll be taking time out to thank each and every one of you personally on the Buy Me a Coffee app. So there we go. You can find me there. And that's it. Roger Trout, folks. Until the next one. Enjoy.